minutes, 60 seconds right now. 60 seconds, everybody, 60 seconds. I'm telling you right now, I'm giving you a warning right now before we even get started. I'm getting ready to go on Instagram. Y'all not going to like me this morning. Y'all not going to like me. How you like me now? All right. We got a few minutes, y'all. Share this out, share this out, share this out. I'm going to tell you right now, you are not going to be happy with me this morning. I'm going to smash some toes. I'm going to bust some heads. But that's all right, man. Sometimes y'all need that. We're getting ready to go live. Share this out. Share this out. Some of y'all saying, I ain't going to share this because I don't want them to see the hard side. Yeah, it's going to be the hard stuff this morning. It's going to be the nasty medicine this morning, y'all. Yes, yes. Let me go. Let me get on Insta. Let me get on what's that other thing? Instagram. 4, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The grind with Nathan McCray. You getting up on me? Giving real insight needed daily. Call 657-383-1291. 657-383-1291. It's blogtalkradio.com. The grind 101. Join your host, Nathan McCray, 8 a.m. Eastern, every Tuesday through Thursday, for an unscripted conversation. The grind 657-383-1291.
What's going on? What's going on? This thing acting like it don't want to connect over here on IG. Somebody on IG need to hear what I'm getting ready to say. That's why it's not connected. Y'all share this out. If you're on Facebook, share this out. Share this out.
A legion of voices are shouting their unanimous submission to you. They hit the snooze button. Go back to dreamland. But you didn't ask their opinion. The voice you chose to listen to is one of defiance. A voice that says there was a reason to set that line in the first place. So sit up, put your feet on the floor, and don't look back, because we've got work to do. Welcome to the grind. For what is each day in a series of conflicts in the right way and the easy way. 10,000 streams span out like a river delta before you, each one promising the path of least resistance. The thing is, you're headed upstream. And when you make that choice, and you decide to turn your back on what's comfortable, safe, and what some call common sense, well, that's day one. From there, it only gets tougher. So just make sure this is something you want. Because the easy way out will always be there, ready to walk your way. All you have to do is take your feet. But you aren't going to, are you? With each step comes the decision to take another. You're on your way now, but this is no time to be long enough right to come. You're in a fight against your way. You can't see the all you can feel on the heels, can't you? Feel the heat down your neck. You know what that is? That's you.
Come on, Instagram.
All end up like a firing squad ready to shoot you out of the sky. But tell who's hard. Well, they're not easily defeated.
See you out there, YouTube. I see you.
Remember, this is the line. The battle royale is with you and your mind and your body and the devil on your shoulders. Telling you this is just a game. This is just a waste of time. Your opponent's stronger than you. Drown out the voice of uncertainty, the sound of your own heartbeat. Burn away yourself down in the fire within you. Remember what we played for and never forget that man's rule was her she turned on a dime of souls to save. She is ever searching for weak places you are offered, and one tiny thing you forgot to prepare. So as long as the devil is hiding the details, the question is that will be done. Are you sure? When the answer is yes, you've got all you can to prepare yourself for that. Then it's time to pour full appreciation. Only now you must take that fire into the open, into hostile territory. You're a lion in a field of lions, all under the same elusive prey with a desperate starvation that says victory is the only thing that can keep you alive. So believe that voice that says you can run and you can roll it harder. And for you, the laws of physics are merely a suggestion. Luck the last time you chose one of the women had by accident. Sweat, on the other hand, is for those who know it's a choice. So decide now, because destiny waits for no man. When your time comes and 1,000 different voices are trying to tell you you're not ready for it, listen instead to that lone voice in the center. The one that says you are ready. You are prepared. It's all that you now. So rise and shine.
It's all up to you now, man. Rise and shine. Rise and shine. What's up, everybody out there in Blog Talk Radio land? What's up, everybody on Facebook? What's up, everybody on YouTube? Trying to get everybody on IG. I had to reset my phone or power off my phone and power back on. So hopefully I can get it connected now, guys. That's what life is all about. Sometimes you have to power it off and power it back on and try to get it to work the right way. So let's see if I can get my IG people on. I want to say hello to all my people on Facebook, man. Thank you guys for chiming in, tuning in to the grind, man. I am so very happy to see all of you. You know, you could be doing anything in the world that you wanted to do this morning, but you decided that you would tune into the grind. And now we got our people on Instagram. Welcome everybody on Instagram. Welcome to the grind, the realest show ever, where we have that unscripted conversation. You know, every Tuesday and Thursday morning, guys, we get on here at 8 a.m. We grind it out. We talk about real life stuff for real life people, things that are going to help you move from the start through the middle, all the way to your destination. And then once you get there, you finally realize that, you know what, I have some more work to do, right? I got some more work to do. So welcome, IG, man. I see you guys chiming on. Welcome, Blog Talk Radio land. Everybody out there that's tuning in to The Grind live here on Thursday morning at 8 a.m. So, man, what are we going to talk about? Man, I want to address my people on Facebook first, you know, because you guys been rocking with me, you know, from day one. Whenever I started this thing up, man, you guys were right there on Blog Talk Radio. Then you guys transferred over to Facebook. But here's what I want you guys to do, okay? Because I need my Blog Talk Radio ratings to go through the roof, okay? Here's what I want you guys to do. I see you on Facebook. I see you on YouTube. I see you on IG. Do me a favor. Go to blogtalkradio.com/thegrind101 and either chime in there or just dial in, okay? Just dial in. You see the banner right there on social media. I think it's 657-383-1291. 657-383-1291. Guys, I'm not going to play any music today because every time I play music, they mute my broadcast on YouTube. And guys, that I want my YouTube people to be able to actually see and hear what's going on as well. So I had to ask myself, what's the most important thing? Is it more important for my listeners to actually hear music or to actually hear the word that I have for them? Not so much as that I have, the word that God has for them. So guys, you know, dial in to 657-383-1291, man. Help me blow my ratings through the roof, man. We get more people listening on this thing, man. So if you're on Facebook Live, also dial in to 657-383-1291 or blogtalkradio.com/thegrind101. So, man, here's what we want to talk about this morning. You know, because you heard me play the audio, Rise and Fight, man. Rise and Fight. We get up every morning and we set that alarm every night and we wake up and we get, you know, we don't get up and go do what we do because we got to go grind. We say we're going out and grind. Some of us are going out to a job. You know, some of you are going out to build your business, whatever that business may be. Some of you are going out to try and find a job, whatever that may be. Some of you are out there on the grind right now trying to keep your job. Whatever you're doing right now, we call that the grind, ladies and gentlemen. We call that the grind, all right? So here's what we want to do right here live on the grind this morning. I want to tell all of you, okay, there's many different topics I could have given this today, but I want to say, you know, I'm going to let you guys choose. Stop playing small, okay, and expecting big. Stop playing small and expecting big, because that's exactly what's happening with a lot of you guys. Y'all playing small and you're expecting big. And that's got to stop. I get calls from people all the time. You know, coach me. Can you tell me how to do this? Show me how to do that. You know, mentor me. You know, what do I need to do to get where I want to be in life? And one of the first things I tell them is, you know what? I'm not going to really mentor you. I'll coach you, because y'all know my whole mindset is not everybody needs a mentor. If that's your thing, go find you one. But I believe everybody needs a good coach, okay? What's a good coach? A good coach is that person that has been where you're trying to go or knows what it takes to get where you're trying to go, all right? You can coach people to get there. So the first thing I tell people is, if you want me to coach you, you're going to have to stop playing small and expecting big. Because I've never heard a person call me and say, hey, can you coach me to $100 a week? Hey, can you coach me just to make $5 a month? I've never had anybody call me and ask me that. I'm not, if the coaching you to $100 a week, or coaching you to $500 a month, or coaching you to live a better life, or whatever, I want to coach you, and I want to coach you to a point to where you're saying, you know what, I want it all. I want everything that God has for me. I want everything that God said I can have. And if you want everything that God said you can have, that means you got to stop playing small and stop expecting big. You're expecting that you're going to get the world, but you're playing small. Let me tell you guys something that you may not realize. Life has moments in it that sucks. There are moments in life that just flat out suck. And there's no way around that. You're no exception to that rule. It's going to happen to every one of you. Life is not going to be all sunshine and roses. You're not going to wake up every morning and the sky opens up and says, what do you want? The universe is not going to meet you at your door every day with a cup of coffee and a croissant. It just doesn't happen that way. You got to rise. You got to fight. You got to be the first out there to get it. The early bird does actually get the worm. You got to be the person that says, I'm going to get out there first. I'm going to beat everybody in the head and get and step on top of everybody and get where I need to be if you still sleeping. I heard a saying before, and I really never really understood it until I really got awakened and started to really think about what this thing is. I heard the saying that says, nice guys finish last, right? Then I heard some audio about a gentleman called Grant Cardone. And Grant started talking about 10Xing things. And he started to talk about how he actually started he used to sell cars on this car lot. He said, I used to own this pavement. He said, I never would have thought I would have been in a 360 wraparound building, living here. You know, I never would have thought I would have been able to make and do what I want to do, go where I want to go. If I say I don't want to be here, I don't have to go. I'm not worried about what somebody else thinks because I'm free. Guys, when I heard stuff like this, when I heard the whole nice guys finish last mentality, I'm like, what does that really mean? Does that really mean you can't be nice anymore to people? Does that really mean that you got to just go out and be a mean, arrogant, obnoxious person? No, that means you can't go through life expecting everything to work out in your favor. And you can't look at everybody that you go through every day and you see on your everyday walk. You can't look at them and think that they are the best version of themselves. You can't think it. You can't walk around saying everything is awesome. You know, you're so great. Oh my gosh. You know, look at you. You're doing awesome. I'm giving you all these compliments and blah, 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 blah. It's great to love people. It's great to give out positive compliments. But what are you doing for you? Because when the sun rises and when it falls, ladies and gentlemen, and you lay your head on your pillow, what have you done for you? What have you done to get out of your comfort zone? How have you focused on where you need to be? Focus means simply following one course until successful, right? Have you done that? Have you followed one course until successful for that day? See, some of us look at the big picture, and when we see the big picture scares us. And when the big picture scares you, you're not going to do the little things that it takes to get to the big things because you're already afraid. Somebody has told you something that day that knocked you off of your high horse. Should you get on a high horse, man? Absolutely. Jump on the highest horse you can find and sit there and poke your chest out. That's called confidence, not cockiness. That's confidence, not arrogance. Stop letting people tell you what they feel about you and start walking in what you know about you. Man, some of y'all are playing so small. Some of y'all are playing so small right now that you don't even know who you are. You forgot the power that God gave you when he put you on this earth. You forgot you're even still living, breathing, and walking and talking because you still have a purpose here. But you've gotten so comfortable in playing small that you think it's just a part of what you should do. You think it's a part of your life. You think that you're the pinnacle of what you do, but what you've actually done is you've settled. You're still playing small because your mindset is, I'm afraid to go out there with the rest of the world and with all of these people that are millionaires and billionaires and billionaires. I'm afraid to be out there with them because I don't think I'm worthy. If you weren't worthy, you wouldn't be here still. You would be taking what they call a dirt nap right now. You still have purpose. And while you have purpose, ladies and gentlemen, you got to focus on you. Focus on you. And don't get so caught up in everybody else's stuff. I'm not telling you not to support people. I'm not telling you not to be there for people. I'm telling you to get caught up, get infatuated, get intentional about what it is that God put you on this earth to do. You got to find that out. Nobody else can tell you what that is. And if you go through your life wanting everybody to tell you what's my purpose on life, then what's going to happen? You're not going to ever really know until you spend that quality time. Man, if you want to be a boss, I hear everybody talking about, I'm a boss. I'm a boss. Come on, you're not a boss if you ain't doing boss stuff. What does bossing really mean? The only person that you can really boss is you, right? It's just you. So if you're bossing you, how are you bossing yourself around? What are you doing? You're really not bossing yourself if you're getting up, going to a job every day, doing the same thing, never building anything for yourself, building somebody else's legacy. Man, I don't care if you start an orange selling business on the side of the street on Saturdays and Sundays. At least you're doing something for yourself. At least you control that. You're not getting up 5 days a week, going out sometimes 6 and 7, but I'm just going to work on the 5 days right now. You're not getting up 5 days a week, going out working for somebody else to create their legacy, going in and being infatuated about what their vision is, saying, oh my gosh, this is awesome. I love this. But why do you love it? Because they're giving you X amount of dollars for X amount of time and told you can possibly get 50 cents more by the end of the year? What's so exciting about that? That's called playing small. If you're playing small, ladies and gentlemen, there is no glory in that. The only thing that you have to really be loyal to when the sun sets in the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, is your future. I'm trying to get you guys to understand that it's not about rising to look down on somebody. It's not about shining so that you can blind somebody. It's about rising so that somebody else can see that it can be done. It's about shining to shine and brighten up somebody's day, to brighten the way to get where they need to go. It's about lighting the path. You've let everybody tell you that you can't do this and you can't do that because of this, and the other. It's not about what everybody else thinks. When you look in the mirror at yourself, when you look in the mirror, what do you see? I'm not talking about what you tell yourself. I'm talking about what you see. When you get in the mirror, what do you see? I'm not talking about telling yourself what you want to hear. Are you really happy with where you are? That's the question. And only you can give you that answer. But if you keep walking out every day, allowing your boss, your employer, your coworker, your friend to give you their impression of you, they're on the outside looking in. They only know what you give them. They only know what you show them. But when you finally decide, man, to take inventory of who you are, where you are, what tools you have in your arsenal right now, what tools you need to put in your toolbox right now, when you finally decide to look in the mirror and go in on yourself and take that hit, you can't expect to take any other hits out there. I've seen people time and time again go, you know what? Oh, you're so awesome. You know, I see people saying, you know, that's great. They're out in the workspace. They're this impeccable person. You're like, oh my gosh. And then the first thing to do is get on the phone with somebody else and say, I hate her. Oh my gosh, I hate him. This job sucks. But when somebody comes to you and says, hey, how you doing? You put on this fake face. And how long can you really do that? How long is it gonna serve you? It's never served you, but how long are you gonna tell yourself that it's serving you? You gotta stop playing small and expecting big. If you expect big, you got to play big. And I've never made an omelet without first breaking some eggs. I've never never cooked scrambled eggs without mixing them up. Guys, you're gonna upset some people. It doesn't matter what they think about you. It doesn't matter who likes you. It doesn't matter who supports you. It doesn't matter who comes to see you, who chimes in to hear you. Guys, you're not going to excite everybody. You're not going to appeal to everyone. But the reason you're here is because the reason you're still here, and the reason you're here is because there must be somebody still out there that you need to appeal to. And if those people are still out there, why are you still playing so small? Why have you not understood yet that life can suck at times? I heard on the movie Training Day, I love it, one of the best analogies about life that I've heard, man. There's a lot of them out there, but this was so simple. And some of you have seen that movie Training Day, and you know I love movies, right? I love movies. Training Day, the guy said, he said, you know what life? He said, I know what life is. I think I got it figured all out. I think I got it. He said, okay, genius. What do you think life is? He said, life is about smiles and cries. You're going to have both in your life. You just got to figure out what you're going to do with both of them. Are the smiles going to give you a false sense of security? Are the cries going to take you out? Or are you going to use them both to fuel what you need to do for your future? That's totally up to you. Guys, we keep making these excuses every day. Every second of the day, there's a reason why something didn't happen. And all of the excuses never really involve us. It never really involves you. The one person that can control what you do, the excuses you never take responsibility. You guys know as well as I do. Here's the deal. You cannot change what you do not control. You cannot change what you don't take responsibility for. Let me say that even more. You cannot change what you do not take responsibility for. And a lot of people are not taking responsibility for their own lives. What happened in your life wasn't anybody else's fault. It's just yours. Even if it wasn't yours. I've heard you guys have heard me say that time and time again. Even if somebody just walked in out of the blue and did something to you and you didn't even know why, you didn't even know the person and they just did it, you can't change anything about it until you take responsibility for it. Once you take responsibility for it and you say, I own that, my bad, let me fix it. Now you figure out what you can fix about what just happened. And now you own it. Now I got it. Now this piece of it, I'm fixing because I need to get past this. You cannot make excuses and get results. The two don't coexist at the same time. It doesn't matter. You can't have results and excuses at the same time. Y'all understand what I'm saying to you this morning? What I'm trying to tell you guys is that you got to get out of your own way. You got to put the shovel down. You got to stop digging that hole that you've been digging. And you got to stop being the fake person that gets on stuff. You got to stop being the fake person that does stuff for everybody to see. And then but you're not doing anything for yourself. Some of you aren't focusing on you. Some of you are saying, you know what? I'm a leader. I'm a leader, or I want to be a leader. But you're not even willing to hurt some people's feelings. Some of you would never get on here and say the things that I'm saying right now because you're too concerned with how people feel about you. You're too concerned with how this is going to make people feel. Oh, this is going to hurt some feelings. You never made an omelet without cracking some eggs. I'm here to tell you guys, this is how this whole thing works. How do you get woke? How do you awaken? How do you wake from your slumber? I'm not talking about your physical slumber. I'm talking about your mental slumber. How do you awaken? See, some people think they're woke, but they're still asleep. We call that the matrix. Once you awaken, there is no comfort zone. You realize that there is not an aspect of my life where I even want to be comfortable. Even when I'm out on the yacht, down on South Beach, chilling, hanging out, sipping on mimosas, popping bottles and champagne, I'm still not comfortable because I'm thinking about the next level. Some of you saying, well, that's you. You're never satisfied. You're absolutely right. I'm never satisfied because I know there's another rung to grab. And here's the thing. Some of your minds have already jumped around money. And it's not, true freedom is not centered around a dollar figure. True freedom is mindset. Your mindset to be able to think past your current situation to the future, because as long as you're living in your current situation or the past, guys, your future is always going to be super dim. Always. Until you can look past where you are right now. Stop being a professional victim and start being a professional victor. Once you get to that point, now you're waking up. You're like, I get it now. I'm waking up. I see what's happening. I'm not blaming anybody else for where I am anymore. I'm not making excuses anymore on why I didn't go to college or why I didn't finish this. I'm not making excuses anymore on why I got a job that's only paying me $7.50 an hour. I'm not making any more excuses on why I didn't get that promotion. I don't have any more excuses in my bag as to why I'm not driving the car of my dreams. There's no more excuses to why I live in a one-bedroom apartment with one bath. There's no more excuses as to why I'm not taking and doing the things I need to do to make myself healthy. There are no more excuses right now that I can even think of as to why I'm not doing personal development right now. There's no more excuses. And when I realized that, it's like you awaken. And now you become your own person. Have you ever heard the term self-made? You only become a self-made person when you make up your mind that you're no longer going to make excuses and you're going to own everything that is in your space and you're going to control it. You're going to hug it and you're going to say, this is mine to nurture, to grow. What are you going to make out of the things that are in your life right now? You can take this freaking book. You can take this book right here and you can figure out, what am I going to make out of this book? I'm going to open up this book and what am I going to get out of this book? And how am I going to create something in this book? The things that are in this book, how am I going to create? I'm going to turn the pages. Such and such wrote this book, but how am I going to create something lasting in this book? How am I going to help somebody else from this book? Anything in your life that's in your space, you use to create. God created the tree, but the tree created so many other things. He just created the tree. The imagination of what it can create, ladies and gentlemen, has spawned into so many different things, but somebody took ownership of that. And when you take ownership of what's going on in your life, ladies and gentlemen, when you take ownership of how you're going to fight, of what you want in life, this is what I want, and it's nobody else's fault but my own if I don't get it. I've seen people that live in the very, very present right now. They live right here. I've seen people that still live in the past and they can't get out of it because they're not willing to take the hits to get past it. Now, I respect the person that just flat out says, I don't want any more in life. I'm good I'm good. I don't want to. What I have right now is all I've ever wanted. At least they made a decision. At least they made a decision to quit. They made a decision to lie down. They says, I'm done. I got everything I want. But what I don't respect is the person that fakes and acts like they want it, but they play so small that they'll never get it. Guys, whatever you want in life, you have to finally make a decision that you want to play big enough to get it. You got to start with where you are right now. Some people are thinking that you don't have enough. What you have right now is enough. Do you think that the super successful people in the world actually, waited until they became millionaires? Do you think they waited until they actually got the money to start the project the way they really wanted to start it? Man, if I waited to do that, this show would never even be going on right now. If I waited to do this thing the way I really, really wanted to do it, in the grand fashion that I wanted to do it, it would have never happened. Start with what you have and where you are, because what you have and where you are right now is enough. And until you realize that and cut everything else out, it's not going to happen. You got to start being a leader that you would want to follow. You got to start being the person that you want to invest in your business. You got to be that person. You have to show yourself. What are you showing yourself to be to the world? See, we take the hits, and I'm going to prop my feet up again. See, we take the hits that we want to take, but we sit back and we're ducking and dodging the ones that are really going to move us forward. So we take those little comfortable hits, the little taps, the little love taps. Only the 3%ers, the people with the 3% mindset are going to take the things that I said today and actually do something with it. What I said today, if you've never heard it, it's clicking with you now. That means you are a 3%er. That means, you know what? I've been asleep. I'm going to be a leader now. I'm going to take the hits. I'm going to do the things that I know I'm supposed to do and not the things that I just want to do, because the things that I've done to this point that I've just wanted to do have gotten me where I am right now and what I have right now. So if you want more, you're going to have to do more. If you want something, guys, we always talk about focusing. Follow one course until successful. A lot of you, I'm going to use the business that Pam and I are in as an example, okay? We're with a health and wellness company, and we help people get healthy and wealthy, all right? Because we believe that getting healthy and it is all a part of being wealthy. You can get the money, but if you're not healthy enough to keep and suspend it, then what sense is in getting the money? So get healthy and wealthy. And there are people that are doing other things in life, right? You may be a person that's working a quote unquote career, and career is just a fancy word for job. Okay. So you may be the person working a career, and that career, you're all in it, and you're basically saying, you know, this is my career, this is my be all end all. So this is gonna give me this guaranteed income. Guys, I get it. I was there, made great money in corporate America. Could probably go back to the industry right now and make great money again. Because I know what I know now, I'm going to apply that because I've come so much further than where I was. So, but some of you are saying, I'm making this money right now, and this is my ceiling. Because in corporate America, you're virtually never going to have the opportunity to be the CEO of that company. And it is the biggest pyramid scheme that you've ever heard of. It's a necessary evil. That's what I call it right now. You work your way off of it. You don't just walk away from it. You work your way off of it, or they fire you for being woke and not chiming in, right? So you have a ceiling here. Now you come over here to what Pam and I do, and there is no ceiling. Nobody sets limitations on you. You have the ability to make whatever you want to make, but it's all dependent upon you. So you take that and you go with the seesaw. Now, this is what I didn't know. This is what we didn't really get in the very beginning of this. We didn't get that. Whatever we wanted, whatever we really saw to give us the most income potential, we were going to try to put the bulk of our time in that. Guys, I told you on that show, I started a Facebook group called Jobpreneurs to Entrepreneurs. Those are those job people with job/careers that basically said, you know what, there's more out there for me. I know they have me plugged into the matrix. I know it, but I can't just snatch myself out because I still got bills to pay right now. I've engulfed myself in this life, so I got to wiggle myself out of this socket slowly. And once I get all the way out, I got to still be able to support myself enough to build my legacy, to build my dreams. So you get this seesaw thing going on, and one day it's work, and one day it's me building my unlimited income. So it's always this seesaw. And you've ever heard the thing, jack of all trades, master of none. So then you've got this other thing that you're doing over here with this group. And then you've got this thing that, oh, I got to do this on Saturday. I promised them I would do this. Oh, and then you go over here. Ah, that's right. I got this meeting over here. Oh man, look. Oh, I said I promised such and such I would help them do this. Oh yeah, I'll help you move. I told you I would help you do that. Yeah, I told such and such. And you get into this thing to where you're doing so many different things. And I'm talking to somebody right now, right? You're doing so many different things that you can't focus on anything that you want to do. You can't follow one course until successful because you're following 15 or 20 different courses. You wake up in the morning and you say, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna put this, and this into place. And by the time you lay your head down on the pillow, you have not put this, or this into place. But what you have done, if you hit the rewind button on your day, is you've had frivolous conversations. You've went out and laughed and joked with people. You've built somebody else's legacy. You've done things that aren't productive. You've squandered the time in the day because of one thing, comfort zone. There's no way that you can be comfortable in the comfort zone. It's just I know it's an oxymoron, but it's weird when you really think about it. How can you be comfortable in what you're doing when you're not where you want to be? I've never understood that. But you got this seesaw thing going on with everything. You're trying to juggle so many things to a point to where now you can't focus on where you want to go. But here's what happens. You do what you do because of the expectations of everybody around you on the outside. You don't want to disappoint anybody. You'd rather disappoint yourself than disappoint everybody around you. But guess what they're doing? They're doing what they need to do. They're building their dreams because they're using you to build theirs. That's why I love what we do, because what we do is help people understand that. And we help you balance this thing out. And I'm going to tell you, the light came on for Pam and I when we finally realized that we're never going to get anywhere until we start focusing on where we want to go. We're going to lose some friends. We lost friends. We're going to lose some things. We lost some things. We're going to have to go without some things. God knows we went out without some things. There are some things that we're going to have to go through that we didn't ever really want to have to go through. But we understood that we had to go through it to get to it. And we just said we're willing to take those hits. We have no choice. We could have just laid down and died. We could have just told our kids that mommy and daddy suck. We missed it. We can't do it anymore. We give you guys up to foster care. But at that point, we realized that if we wanted to have more, we were going to have to step out on faith and do something else. So we started to focus. And when we started to focus, we started to understand that we wanted to build a foundation of people. We weren't worried about what was happening around us. We weren't worried about what everybody else was doing. I could care less. Oh, great job. Awesome job. Let me get back to what I'm doing. I could care less about what happened over here and what happened over here. I could care less about what the news was. I didn't care about my favorite TV show. I didn't care about power because power was power on TV. There's no power in my house. I couldn't worry about power. I needed my own power. I needed to create that in my house. I couldn't worry about, why people thought I was doing what I was doing. I couldn't worry about why crows were pecking at my feet and I was trying to be an eagle. I just needed to rise higher. I couldn't worry about the opinions of average, mediocre people that were stuck in the same thing that I was trying to get out. I'm woke now. If you are woke, you do woke-ish stuff. Stop saying you're woke. If you're woke, you understand. If you look at where you are, I don't care what it is that you said that you believe in. I don't know what it is. I don't know what company you work for right now. I don't know what business, what entrepreneurial business you're in. But if you really believe in it, if you really say, you know what, I bought into a vision that's bigger than me, and I really believe in this vision. And if you really believe in it, and the most important thing that you believe in it first and foremost is that it can set me free, If it can set you free, I don't know about you, but my brain tells me that if it can set me free, I probably need to be putting more time in that than anything else. I don't care about going out to dinner with friends. Not when I know that there's something I can be doing right now that's actually going to give me the freedom I want and get me that much closer. See, guys, on the road to success, there are pit stops that you can gloat, you can have glory in, but you can't stay there. You got to duck in. Awesome, great, man. I love that I accomplished that. Let me keep moving. You can't revel in that glory. You hit it and you quit it and you keep moving. We're not willing to do the small things in order to get to the big things. We've heard it said time and time again, success is a lot of small things done well over and over and over again. It's what creates superstars. I talk to my son, when I tell him about basketball, I'm running out of time. I tell him about basketball. He had this mindset that everybody in the NBA were superstars. And I said, oh, no, son. So not everybody's superstars in the NBA. Each team may have about 3 superstars. You're forgetting about the 10 or 11 other guys that are sitting on the bench. They're not superstars. They're not making millions and millions of dollars every year. They're not signing $95 million 5-year contracts. They're not getting paid $25 million for a season. These guys are getting paid $100,000, $50,000. Some of them are being activated for this game, and they're being deactivated for that game. Some of them are just working a job, but they're doing what they love, trying to get to superstar status. So what you do now determines what happens to you in the future. So we can't think that we're going to hit it and we're going to get the results right away. We can't think that, boom, this is it. I just said I'm focusing. Now, why is it the sky fall? Why is it roses falling out of the sky? Where's the money? Most people quit 3 feet from goal because they didn't have the propensity. They didn't have the focus enough to say, I'm going to keep going, man. I'm going to take the hits. I know Rome wasn't built in a day. I know I need to accomplish these goals in order to get where I need to be. This is not a fallacy. This is not a fantasy. This is a fact. And once you realize that, ladies and gentlemen, you are officially woke. And now you start working on you. You start working on your legacy. You start working on your freedom. If you believe it, then you can achieve it. But you most certainly can't achieve it until you take the action to get there. So guys, I can go on and on, but thank you guys so much, for chiming in. I appreciate the comments. All of you guys, man, I see, man, I see some great comments here. My people on Instagram, man, I see you guys. Here's what I want to do. Man, I see you guys, and I appreciate you guys being so vocal right here, even on YouTube and on Instagram and on Facebook. I see you guys. I thank you guys, for those of you that actually chimed in to Blog Talk Radio and you dialed in, man. Thank you so very much. Thank you for being a part of the grind this morning. God's doing great things, big things, guys. We're not playing small. We're looking to always play big because we have big dreams, big hopes, big aspirations over here. And we want you guys to be the same way. And remember, we don't rise to look down. We don't shine to blind anybody. We rise to show you that it can be done. We shine to illuminate the way, man. God bless you guys. You guys have a great day. Remember, always rise and grind, man. Don't play small. All right? Don't play small, man. Play big. That's what we do. God bless you guys, man.
Some of you going to sleep and you don't deserve it. You don't deserve rest. Ladies, you don't deserve rest. Rest is for people who work. You ain't doing nothing. Every day you chill. You need to know your why. My why wakes you up every single morning. You don't get it. Listen to me very closely. You can write everything down if you want to. Be brave enough to like everyone to go. Life's gonna hit you in your mouth. You gotta be respectful. Your why has to be greater than that knockdown. At the end of your feeling is nothing. At the end of every principle is a promise. Find a man who's diligent at what he does, and he shall stand before kings and not mean men. Every day you say no to your dreams, you might be pushing your dreams back a whole 6 months. One single day, that one day you didn't get up to push yourself back. I don't know how long. The first level of success in life, listen to me, the very first level, the very first level is you being it. Like it's clear to you. Like you know exactly what you want. You know exactly when you want it. Listen to me, you know exactly what it tastes like. You know what it looks like. You know what it smells like. Before you really blow up, and you get success, you literally have it in the palm of your hand without having it. And come here and make friends. I'm going to get that respect from those who I am. I have enough respect for myself. Not wanting to be me. Never going to be you. You're close. And second, and I'm telling you right now because I care about you. I'm telling you right now because I've been there, I've done that. You've been there for 3 years and you about to quit. You've been doing it for 5 years. It don't look like you did. You put all your money in. You put all your time in. People looking at you for 5 years you've invested all of it. You put your money in to quit now.